Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Farmington High School and the Black Knight Fieldhouse for the home debut of your 2021 Farmington Knights volleyball team. And we welcome our guests, the Bulldogs of Notre. Farmington High School is a proud member of the Supreme State High School Activities Association, and we remind all spectators that this game is competitive, but it is also an educational experience for all players and students. We encourage all spectators at tonight's volleyball game to keep in mind that good sportsmanship is always expected here at Farmington High School as we set a positive example for our students and players. Now let's honor this great country we live in with the playing of our national anthem. Now let's introduce the starters for Team Notre. Number 4, a senior, Claire Jones. Number 7, a senior, Riley McClintock. Number 15, a senior, Brooklyn Geezer. Number 16, a senior, Sarah Brennan. Number 23, a senior, Lexi Rudolph. Shelby Ringer, number 25, the junior Tori Brewer. The game is coached by Meredith Brinkmeyer. Now, let's introduce your 2021 Farmington Knights volleyball team. Number 2, the junior Hayden Margera. Number 3, a junior Riel Lacapa. Senior, Haley Irwitz. Number 7, senior, Trista Hampton. Number 17, a junior, Sydney Fitzwater. And number 22, a junior, Marissa Casabatas. Now your starters for Farmington. Number 6, a senior, Jordan Anderson. Number 8, a junior, Jay Rock. Number 9, Olivera, senior, Alyssa Capias. Number 11, a senior, Emma Gerster. Number 12, a senior, Alyssa Wilson. Number 50, a junior, Jolita Gray. And number 24, a junior, Grace Duncan. Farmington's head coach, Haley Victor. Let's play some volleyball.
What is good, Black Knight Nation? I'm Ryan Cooper, and let's get going with today's season opener. As we know, last season the Farmington Knights lost in sectionals after winning districts. I'm going to be honest, I thought we were going to win that one and move to the next round, but it's a new season, new year, new team, so let's see what we got this season. Farmington Knights are playing Cape Notre Dame Bulldogs. Farmington Knights student section is already standing. They all have jersey theme today, and they are on their feet and hyped up as the game is about to begin. And the game begins. Cape Notre Dame's serve. Jade with the big spike, and it's already Farmington up easy here. Grace Duncan with the serve here. Cape Notre Dame returns it. It's almost blocked by Jade Roth, but it's deflected, and Cape Notre Dame will get a point. Scores 1-1. Big spike by Jade Roth. Man, that thing was fast. I could barely see it come off of her hand. Neither could Cape Notre Dame as it hit the ground with ease. Farmington retains the lead 2-1. Jade Roth almost hit the back corner there, but unfortunately it went all the way past the line. Score is tied at 2. Cape Notre Dame has scored another point. They now take the lead 3-2. Light tap by Emma Gershner, but Cape Notre Dame saves it and hits it back over. Selena Gray with a big serve, but inches off the line, and Cape Notre Dame is now taking a 2-point lead. Let's see if the Knights can stop their rally and come back in this one. Big spike by Cape Notre Dame, and Grace Duncan in the back cannot stop it, and Cape Notre Dame is now taking a 3-point lead on the Knights. Scores 5-2 Cape Notre Dame as they serve it over. Big serve by the spike by the Knights, and now they're up. Well, not up, I guess, but they've got a little bit of a climb to go. Down by 2. Scores 5-3. That looked like it was going to be another rally by Cape Notre Dame, but fortunate for the Knights, they could just miscommunication there. I mean, I had a miscommunication for words there. I couldn't think what I was going to say. Big dive by Alyssa Capias to save the ball. Cape Notre Dame spiked it down. Nearly blocked by Jelena Gray, but unfortunately deflected off her hand, hit the ground. Cape Notre Dame leads by 2, scores 6-4.
Since then, it's been pretty much all Farmington.
Big spike by Jelena Gray. Now within a 1-point deficit, 6-5. Jelena Gray with the serve. Cape Notre Dame struggled to get that one over. Big spike by Emma Gershner, and a dig by Cape Notre Dame. And then a big block by Farmington. Kaylee Gerwitz and Emma Gershner combined to do that one. Jelena Gray with the serve. Cape Notre Dame rallying this one. Light tap. Alyssa Capias saved that one. A big hit by Kaylee Gerwitz was tipped at the net. Near blocked by the Knights, but it's deflected off their hands and hit the ground. Score is 7-6, Cape Notre Dame. Big dive by Alyssa Capias. Farmington rallies. Big spike by Jelena Gray. And that one got down. Score is tied at 7. Little miscommunication error by Farmington, and they're now down by 1. Score is 8-7, Cape Notre Dame. Cape Notre Dame now serves. Big spike by Jade Roth, and Cape Notre Dame cannot save it. Only got a piece of that one, and it goes into the bleachers. Score is tied at 8. Kaylee Gerwitz just got subbed out for Jordan Anderson. What a serve by the Knights. That one tipped the top of the net. It hit the ground. Cape Notre Dame could not save it there. Knights are now up by 1, 9-8. Big block by Jade Roth. Cape Notre Dame somehow saved that one, and it went right out of bounds. Score is now tied at 9. Big spike by Grace Duncan, and Cape Notre Dame tried to block it, but were unsuccessful when it hit the ground. Scores 10-9, your Farmington Knights. Big spike by Jelena Gray, but a good dig by Cape Notre Dame. Another big spike by Jelena Gray, and Cape Notre Dame couldn't dig that one up. The Knights now have a 2-point lead. Score is 11-9. Miscommunication on that. Grace Duncan dove for it, and Emma Gershner got a piece of it and sent it into the bleachers. Score is 11-10, the Knights. There's a perfect serve by Cape Notre Dame, hit the corner. Score is now tied at 11. Big mess up by the Knights there. Went right through her hands. Cape Notre Dame has now retained the lead. Scores 12-11. Big jump serve by Cape Notre Dame. Farmington's rallying this one up. Big spike by Jelena Gray. Good dig by Cape Notre Dame. Big block by Jade Roth. The score is now tied again at 12. As the looks of it now, it looks like it's going to be a close game the whole entire time. It's been back and forth. Cape Notre Dame spiked that one just out of Jade Roth's reach, and now they have retained the lead 13-12 as Jade Roth was just subbed out for Alyssa Capias. A big spike by Farmington, but I'm sorry. A big spike by Farmington. It was blocked but deflected out of bounds, so Farmington got the point, and it's now tied at 13. Big miscommunication issue there by Cape Notre Dame as Farmington has retained the lead at 14-13. Farmington now has an even bigger lead at 15-13. Deflected right off of Cape Notre Dame's hands. They now have a 3-point lead. Or Farmington has a 3-point lead over Cape Notre Dame. Spike by her, served by the Knights, deflects off the net, hit the ground. The Knights now have a 4-point lead over the Bulldogs, and the Bulldogs have called their first timeout of the night. Now the Knights coach is probably telling them just keep the pressure on. I mean, they can keep the score up, keep this lead going. I mean, it's going to be tough for the Bulldogs to come back from this one. The Bulldogs coach on the other hand is trying to keep her girls in check, trying to get them to come back in this one.
They are mutual as a customer you are an owner. That's Ozarks Federal Savings and Loan. From Farmington Intermission School District, we thank each and every one of you for coming out tonight and supporting Farmington Heights Volleyball and Farmington Athletics as a whole.
Timeout is over and everyone's gotten their break. Let's see what Farmington and the Bulldogs do next. Almost blocked by Farmington, but deflected. They saved it though, and a big spike by Jelena Gray. They now have a 5-point lead. The score is 18-13 Farmington. Deflected off Grace Duncan's hands. Emma Gershner hits it over the net. Bulldogs rallying up. And the Knights now get another point. Score is 19-13, your Farmington Knights. And another miscommunication by the Bulldogs in their season opener. The score is now 20-13, the Knights. Bulldogs are making their subs. Served by the Knights, barely hit the net and bounced back to their side, giving the Bulldogs a point. Score is 20-14, but Farmington still holds a lead of 6. Big spike by Grace Duncan, but it was blocked by the Bulldogs. Hit back over, and the Bulldogs couldn't block it again. The score is 21-14. Another timeout is called, and now the coaches need to talk to the girls and figure this thing out, especially for the Bulldogs. They're down by, 7. I had to do some math there real quick. The Knights just need to keep holding pressure. They need to keep scoring, keep overwhelming the Bulldogs, and they should have this first set in the books. Deflected off the Knights. Now they rally to get it off. Spiked by Grace Duncan, didn't make it over the nets, or over the net. Big block by the Bulldogs as they start to gain some momentum. score is 22-16. Big spike by Grace Duncan, but it's a little too far. And the Bulldogs got another point up. Sorry, the scoreboard just changed. The score is 21-17 Knights, only up by 4 now. Another big spike by Grace Duncan, but the Bulldogs dig it. And Emma Gershner blocks it. It hits the floor. Big play by Emma Gershner right there. Jade Roth being subbed in for Alyssa Pies. The score is 22-17, your Farmington Knights. Deflected off the net, but got over. The Bulldogs get another point. The score is 22-18.
We saw Central's Lady Rebels last year play all the way to the Final Four and a chance to win a state title at that. A heck of a year in what turned out to be the final year in the second tour of duty for head coach Tracy Casey, who's now an assistant. We'll see her tomorrow. Tim Copeland over at Middle Area College. Her daughter Olivia Casey takes over that Central squad.
Big spike by Jade Roth. And Cape Notre Dame rallied to get it over. A missed spike by Jade Roth, and the Bulldogs get another point as their rally continues. The score is 22-19, only down by 3 now. Big spike by Kaylee Gerwitz, and Cape Notre Dame couldn't save that one. The score is 23-19, your Farmington Knights. Kaylee Gerwitz is subbed out for Jordan Anderson. Major spike by the Bulldogs as they hit the corner. The score is 23-20. It's good placement there by the Farmington Knights. The score is now 24-20. The Knights are up by 4. Huge spike by Jelena Gray, but somehow the Bulldogs dig that one up. Another spike by Emma Gershner. Another big spike by Jade Roth, but the Bulldogs, they're fighting really hard in this round. Try to block that one, a double touch by the Bulldogs. And the Knights have won the first set, 25-20. Man, that last point was tough for the Knights. I mean, they just kept hitting it super hard at the Bulldogs, and they would not stand down their ground.
Family practice doctor is Dr. James Moore, practitioner chiropractic and pain management services doctors include Stephen Orr, Mark Medley, Michael Van, nurse practitioner Lacey Sullivan, and physical therapist
As we're in our break, I'd like to inform our viewers that we have a softball live stream tomorrow. Definitely make sure to tune into that.
May I have your attention, please? There's Ray.
The live streaming is at 4, and it's versus Jefferson.
TEO, T4L, Ray, Jeep, Cherokee. You need to move your vehicle immediately. Thank you.
With us right now, Mike Reeves. You're with us here on the Parkland Sports League. 25-20, the opening set break brought to you by Missouri Farm Bureau. Contact them today for a free quote, home auto business, life insurance, agent coverage, Santa Paula.
And set 2 is to begin. Farmington with the serve. Big spike by the Bulldogs, blocked by Grace Duncan, I'm sorry. And the Knights take an early 1-0 lead against the Bulldogs. Another block by the Knights. This one's by Jade Roth. And the Knights take an early 2-0 lead against the Bulldogs. Big spike by Grace Duncan. Nearly blocked by the Bulldogs, but they rally it up to get it across. That spike was almost dug up by Jordan Anderson, but unfortunately it got away from her and out of bounds. Scores 2-1, your Knights. Big spike by Farmington, blocked by the Bulldogs. The score is 2-2. As the Bulldogs have come back from the early 2-0 deficit. Big spike by Jade Roth. Nearly saved by the Bulldogs, but scores 3-2, your Knights.
I like it from the perspective of I like sports, so I want to see more of it. And I think it does lend to better teams.
Served by Grace Duncan. The Bulldogs with a big spike. Nearly blocked by the Knights, but that one got away from Grace Duncan. The score is now tied at 3. Spiked by Jelena Gray, tipped off of Cape Notre Dame and out of bounds into the stands. The score is 4-3, your Knights, as they take back the lead. Big spike by the Bulldogs. The Knights saved that one. And another spike that just hit the top of the net and bounced back onto the Knights' court by Jelena Gray. The score is tied at 4. Hit across by Grace Duncan. The Bulldogs with a light spike. I mean, everyone thought they were going to rear back on that one. Jelena Gray did rear back on that one, but the Bulldogs hit it back over, and it was blocked by the Knights. The score is 5-4, your Farmington Knights.
Knights up 1 here in the second. They won the opener 25-20. Back set. Sarah Brennan.
Softly hit over by the Bulldogs, blocked by the Knights. The score is 6-4 as they get their 2-point lead back.
25-20 in the opener. Farmington took over. Good serve received from Lady Bulldogs. They'll set up.
Big spike by the Bulldogs, deflected by the Knights trying to block it. Hits the floor, scores 6-5.
Busy broadcast week this week. First full-on week of the new high school sports season.
Big spike by Kaylee Gerwitz. A good dig by the Bulldogs. A diving effort by Alyssa Capias. And another big spike by Jelena Gray, and that one gets down. The score is 7-5, your Farmington Knights. Big spike by the Bulldogs. The Knights tried to block it, but unfortunately could not. Score 7-6, your Farmington Knights. What do you want? No, I'm not putting you on the air. Score is 8-6, your Farmington Knights. They retain their 2-point lead over the Bulldogs. Big spike by the Bulldogs, dug up by the Knights. The big spike from Kaylee Gerwitz, but it's just out of bounds. The Bulldogs are on their way back. The score is 8-7, your Knights. Dude, I'm by myself. This is so hard.
Reach the Marl court side.
Big spike by the Bulldogs, almost blocked by the Knights, but they get it back over. Saved by Emma Gershner, and somehow the Knights got that one over. I didn't think that one was getting back over. Another block by the Knights, but tipped over by the Bulldogs. Knights get it back over. Diving effort by the Bulldogs. And the Knights won that one, and now score is 9-7. Big spike by Grace Duncan, just out of bounds. The Bulldogs 1 point away. The score is 9-8. Somehow hit back over by Jelena Gray. A big spike by the Bulldogs, saved by Emma Gershner. Diving effort by the Knights, but the score is now tied at 9. I'd like to give a shout out to a senior last year, big inspiration to me. He's been a good friend to me. His name is Ray Morrow. He normally helps me with these kind of things, but he's gone now. The Bulldogs just took the lead. The score is 10-9. Score is 10-10. Spike over by Jade Roth. The Bulldogs saved that one. They hit it back over. Spike by Alyssa Wilson. Near block by the Knights, but unfortunately it deflected down to the ground. The score is 10-11. The Bulldogs are up.
4:06 to the opening serve. St. Louis community college late Archer.
Big spike by Jelena Gray to tie it up at 11.
Thursday, Central and Valley Catholic volleyball and St. Jude on Friday. Central hosting MICDS on the gridiron for week 2.
Big miscommunication error there by the Bulldogs as that ball just dropped. No one even touched it. The score is 11-12. Good serve by Jade Roth, deflected off the net, and diving effort by the Bulldogs. Good spike by Emma Gershner. The score is 12-11, 13-11. The scoreboard's off. Sorry, the score is 13-11. Your Farmington Knights. Bullfrogs with a good spike. The score is 13-12.
Burnham took the opening set in Houston, 25-23. Plenty of volleyball tonight. Every coverage team but 3 play. The Central Farmington North County.
Score is now tied at 13.
We saw a couple really from
Diving effort by Alyssa Capias, hit it back over by the Knights. And the Bulldogs have gotten another point. The score is 14-13. Diving effort by Grace Duncan. Hit back over by the Knights. Big spike by the Bulldogs, deflected by the Knights, but unfortunately hits the floor. The score is 16-13, and the Bulldogs are starting to run away with this set. They're getting on a roll, and if the Knights don't stop them quick, then they're just going to run away with this one. That one served out of bounds by the Bulldogs. Scores 14-16. The Knights only down by 2. See if they can rally off of this one. Softly touched over by Jelena Gray. And the Bulldogs spike it just out of bounds as the Knights are now 1 point away, 15-16. Missed block by Kaylee Gerwitz, unfortunately, but the score is now 15-17. A missed spike by Emma Gershner. The score is now 18-15. The big spike deflected by the Knights. Hit over by Kaylee Gerwitz. Another big spike, a little too hard by the Bulldogs. As that went out of bounds, the Knights are coming back 16-18. Another big spike by Kaylee Gerwitz, deflected by the Bulldogs out of bounds. The score is 17-18. Served over by Jelena Gray. Big spike by the Bulldogs. And that ball was caught by our student section. The score is now tied at 18. Big spike by the Bulldogs, dug up by Jelena Gray. Soft touch over by Grace Duncan. Nearly blocked, but saved by the Knights. Nearly blocked again and saved by the Knights. Hit over by Kaylee Gerwitz. Hit deep, diving effort by Jelena Gray. And the Knights got that one back across. That one's just on the corner. The Bulldogs have now taken the lead at 19-18.
And it's tough. You're running after the ball, you're hustling, you're trying to make a play. It's difficult to be that cognizant when you run that far on the floor, where exactly you are when you're going to hit the ball. It was going to be set by Sarah Brennan.
Timeout by the Knights as the Bulldogs hit 20. The score is 20-18.
And we'll take a break. Late in the second, volleyball broadcast.
I think that was a good timeout by the Knights. I mean, they needed to stop the momentum by the Bulldogs. I mean, they were starting to pull away with that set. The Knights crawled their way back, and then the Bulldogs started to go off with it again. So the Knights needed to just settle down and get some water and relax and come back in this game. Or come back in the set, I'm sorry.
How many got this set?
And here we go again, set two is winding down. Served over by the Bulldogs. The Knights got that one across. And big spike by the Bulldogs. The Knights dug that one up and got it back across. Attempted spike by the Bulldogs. It hit the net, but it would have been blocked if it got a little bit over. The score is 19-20. Dug up by Jelena Gray, and Emma Gershner spiked that one across. Blocked by the Knights. Big spike by Jade Roth, almost dug up by the Bulldogs. Sorry. Score is tied at 20 as the Knights have officially crawled their way back to a tie set. Timeout called by the Bulldogs. They had to stop the momentum of the Knights.
That is First State Community Bank, serving Farmington since 1954. Success starts here. First State Community Bank, and on the proud supporter of tonight's volleyball 2021.
It 0 notice. Two timeouts in the span of 2 points. Only 2 points in favor to the top 20. Backspin float on the serve. Kate back with it.
That ball is blocked by the Farmington Knights. The score is 21-20 as the Knights take the lead here late in the set.
Set 2. Fourth lead change of this. Serve first. Brennan's set. Near side spot.
Nearly blocked by the Knights, but saved. Spiked across by Alyssa Wilson. Nearly blocked by the Knights again. Hit across by Emma Gershner. Big spike by Grace Duncan, deflected by the Bulldogs. Big spike by the Bulldogs. Knights dig that one up. Big spike by Jade Roth. The score is now 22-20 as the Knights are starting to pull away here in the second set. They're up by 2. Miscommunication by the Bulldogs. The Knights now are up by 3 as another timeout has been called.
23-20. Campbell's taking their last timeout. Set 2.
If the Bulldogs fall this set, they cannot lose anymore. So this is a big set for them. They have to win this one if they want to come back in this. Score is 23-20. The Knights are up by 3. Nearly blocked by the Knights, but unfortunately hits the ground. The Knights now lose the 3-point lead. It's now down to 2. Score is 23-21. Spiked over by Jade Roth, deflected by the Bulldogs as they save that one. Big spike by Grace Duncan, dug up by the Bulldogs. Blocked by the Knights, the Bulldogs save it.
Now it's Brennan to McClintock to Renner.
Hit over by Jade Roth. The Bulldogs decide to play that one as it might have been out. This spike by the Bulldogs is just out of bounds. The Knights are up now 1 point away from winning this set. Score is 24-21. Kaylee Gerwitz is subbed out for Jordan Anderson. Hit over softly, blocked by the Bulldogs. Jade Roth hit it over. Unfortunately, it was out of bounds. The score is 24-22. Softly touched over by Grace Duncan. Hit the corner. The Knights won that set, 25-22. They are now up 2-0. One more set win, and they have won this game.
They believe that it's their business more than 109 years of combined experience. Get connected today with one of their specialized associates to see how they can bring you results. Proud supporter of Knights Volleyball this season, Midcom Technology, Kid-Count, LLC. Another supporter of Farmington Knights Volleyball is Policy Real Estate. They've been part of the Farmington community for over 59 years, something located at Farmington property. Go to their agents page and email or call one of their experienced agents so they can assist you with your search and your dream home, land, farm, or commercial building. That's all Policy Real Estate.
Third set is about to get underway. Cape Notre Dame will be starting us off here. Nearly blocked by the Knights, but dug up by Emma Gerster. Big spike by Grace Duncan. The Bulldogs spiked that one across. They now take a 1-0 lead here in the third set. Lightly touched over by Grace Duncan. The Bulldogs managed to get that one back across. Big spike by Grace Duncan, nearly blocked by the Bulldogs. And the Knights accidentally hit that one out of bounds. The score is now 2-0. Knights are now down 3-0. Coach Baker's trying to rally her team to come back in this one as they've taken Grace Duncan tried to lightly touch that one over the net. Unfortunately hit the net and went back down. Scores 4-0 Bulldogs. The Knights better rally back here unless they want to go to a set 4. I know it's a little early, but score is now 5-0 Bulldogs. They have to be careful and not let the Bulldogs pull away with this one too much. Missed spike by the Knights again. Score 6-0 Bulldogs. Knights just called a timeout. She has to find a way to get her team back in the game. On the other hand, the Bulldogs coach is just trying to get her team to keep applying pressure to the Knights. See how both teams handle this after the timeout. Score 6-0. Bulldogs. Bulldogs start the serve after the timeout. Blocked by the Knights and hit back over by the Bulldogs. Nearly blocked by the Knights again. Good dig by Jelena Gray. As Grace Duncan with a big serve. The Bulldogs with a good dig. The Knights have gotten their first point of the third set. The score is now 6-1. Let's see if the Knights can manage a comeback here. Tapped over by Jelena Gray. The Bulldogs could not come back from that. The score is now 2-6. Bulldogs in the lead. Big block by Jade Roth. The Knights are now on a little bit of a rally here. The score is 3-6. Knights are trailing by 3. Big spike by Jelena Gray. Near block by the Knights. And a big serve by Jade Roth, but the Bulldogs blocked that one as they now got their first point after the timeout. The score is 3-7 Bulldogs. The big spike by Jade Roth overwhelmed the Bulldogs. The score is now 4-7. Big spike by the Bulldogs, nearly saved by Jade Roth, but unfortunately miscommunication there by the Knights. The score is 8-4. Diving effort by Jordan Anderson. As that spike just hit the corner, the score is now 9-4 Bulldogs. Score is now 10-4 Bulldogs. Knights are down trailing by 6. They were on a little bit of a comeback there, down by 3. Well, that deficit is now doubled. Big spike by Emma Gerstner. Overwhelmed the Bulldogs again. The score is now 5-10. Light tap over by the Bulldogs. No issues for the Knights as Jelena Gray spikes it with authority. That thing was hit hard. Score is 10-6.
Nine ties and 4 lead changes in each set.
That spike by the Bulldogs hit on the line. Scores 11-6. Bulldogs making some changes. Blocked by the Bulldogs. The score is now 12-6. Score is now 13-6. It's an error there by Farmington. Big spike by Jelena Gray. The Bulldogs could not dig that one up. The score is 7-13. Somehow the Bulldogs got that one back over the net, softly touched over by Farmington. And Farmington hit that one out of bounds. The score is 7-14. Softly touched over by Grace Duncan. And a miscommunication error by the Bulldogs. The score is now 8-14. As Jade Roth is now subbed in for Alyssa Capias. And the Knights got another point. The score is 9-14. The Bulldogs are up 14-9. Nearly blocked there by the Knights as the Bulldogs build their lead a little more. The score is 15-9 Bulldogs. And a missed spike by Jade Roth. The score is 16-9 Bulldogs as the Knights call another timeout. They're having a lot of issues in this set.
Farmington softball, they won the broadcast opener 14-2 over Festus in 5 innings.
A little miscommunication there from the Knights, but they figured out a way to get it over. Big block by Jade Roth. Bulldogs recover though. Deflection by the Knights. Big spike by Jade Roth. And the Knights now hit 10 points, score 16-10. Jordan Anderson being subbed in for Kaylee Gerwitz. Big spike by the Bulldogs. The Knights could not dig that one up. score is 18-10, Bulldogs.
8-point lead this late. Farmington did have a pretty nice rally in set one. We've not seen more in sync, shooting 18 times. Bulldogs running away with this third there. Trailed into it, led 6-0 out of the shoot.
Score is now 19-11. Bulldogs are running away with this one.
After the 6-0 lead, Farmington had it 3.
Tipped over by the Knights. The Knights are now only down by 7. Score is 19-12. Big hit by the Knights. Score is 19-13. That serve by the Knights is out of bounds. The score is now 20-13. The Bulldogs. Big spike by Jelena Gray, but blocked by the Bulldogs. The score is 21-13. Score is now 22-13 Bulldogs. Big spike by Jade Roth, way out of bounds. The score is now 23-13.
Largest lead either way in the entire match.
Huge spike by Jelena Gray. The score is now 23-14. That hit by the Knights just got over the net. The Bulldogs with a big spike, nearly blocked by the Knights, but unfortunately went down to the ground. The score is 24-14. Bulldogs only need one more point to win this set. Hit over by the Knights. Bulldogs with a big spike over, blocked by the Knights. Knights are now down by 9. The score is 24-15. Served over by the Knights. Diving effort by Grace Duncan, but the ball went out of bounds. Bulldogs have now won the third set, 25-15. Farmington still leads though, 2-1.
Volleyball this 2021 season. Those include chiropractic and pain management services doctors Stephen Ormar, Medley, Van, foot nurse practitioner Lacey Sullivan, and physical therapist Stephen Silky. Family And orthopedic care, Dr. Scott Bass, Dr. Thomas Burke-Bidler, the nurse practitioner, Todd Kennedy, and athletic trainer, Jordan Bass. That's Midwest Orthopedics Pain and Spine Care.
Set 4 is about to begin. Farmington wins. They will win the match. Farmington starts with the serve. Bulldogs big spike across. Jelena with the dig. Softly touched over by Grace Duncan. Jade Roth with a big spike. Nearly got blocked. But the score is now 1-0 your Farmington Knights. Big spike by Grace Duncan. Saved by the Bulldogs. Big spike by them, but blocked by the Knights. Scores 2-0 your Farmington Knights. That serve hit the corner, scores 3-0. Big spike from the Bulldogs, diving effort by the Knights. But unfortunately that one goes out of bounds. The Bulldogs score their first point of the set, scores 3-1 your Knights. Saved by the Bulldogs. Bulldogs spike it over, saved by Emma Gershner. Big spike by Jade Roth. Soft spike by Grace Duncan, almost blocked again by the Bulldogs. But this one goes down to the floor on their side. The score is 4-1 your Farmington Knights. Deflected by Jade Roth. Hit over by Grace Duncan. And that one spiked out of bounds by the Bulldogs into the student section bleachers. The score is 5-1. Big spike by the Bulldogs, dug up by Grace Duncan. And hit over by Grace Duncan. Diving effort by the Bulldogs. That big spike by Jade Roth. But that one goes out of bounds. The score is now 5-2. Big spike by Jelena Gray, and the Bulldogs could not dig that one up. The score is 6-2. Good serve by Jade Roth. The Bulldogs managed to get that one across. They had a big spike by the Knights. The score is now 7-2. Knights is starting to pull away with this one, like the Bulldogs did in the last set.
Scores from all over the place. Plenty of volleyball tonight. First real full-on day of the new fall sports season. By the way,
Another point goes to the Knights. The score is 9-2. The timeout called by the Bulldogs, as the Bulldogs coach needs to find a way to get her players back on track and come back in this game.
8-2. Right back to the Black Knight Fieldhouse. Back into the
The Knights just need to keep the pressure going and not let the Bulldogs get on a run as they did in the last set. I mentioned it earlier in the live stream, but tomorrow at 4, our softball team is playing Jefferson. Make sure to catch that live stream. That's at 4 p.m. Once again, your score is 8-2, your Farmington Knights. That one's served out of bounds by the Knights. Jade Roth is being subbed out for Alyssa Capias. Score is 8-3. Big spike by the Bulldogs, dug up by Grace Duncan. And then a big block by the Bulldogs, giving them another point. Scores 8-4. Softly touched over by the Knights. Nearly saved by the Bulldogs. Scores now 9-4. Kaylee Gerwitz is subbed in for Jordan Anderson. Big spike by the Bulldogs froze the Knights. The score is now 9-5. Big spike by Kaylee Gerwitz, deflected by the Bulldogs. They managed to recover from that. Softly touched out of bounds by Jelena Gray. The score is now 9-6. That serve by the Bulldogs went out of bounds. The score is 10-6. Your Farmington Knights. Big spike by the Bulldogs. Unfortunately, the Knights couldn't dig that one up. The score is 10-7. Score is now 10-8. Bulldogs with a big spike, dug up by Jelena Gray. And then a missed spike by Grace Duncan. The score is now 10-9. The Bulldogs are only down by 1. Earlier in the set, the Knights looked like they were pulling away with this one as the Bulldogs were in the last set, but the Bulldogs have crawled their way back. And it's now a tie game. The score is 10 to 10. Big spike by Kaylee Gerwitz. Blocked by the Bulldogs, and then the Knights just blocked one. The score is now 11 to 10. Jade Roth is subbed in for Alyssa Capayas.
Middle stage of set 4 could be decisive in the ninth completion. McClintock takes the receive.
A good spike by the Bulldogs. Score is now 11 to 11.
Flipped it over, and it was so innocent looking it worked. Second tie of the set. Third receive.
Softly touched over by Jade Roth. Diving effort by the Bulldogs. Soft touch by the Bulldogs, and it worked. They now take the leads 12 to 11. Big spike by Jade Roth, deflected by the Bulldogs. They managed to get that back over the net. Deflected by the Knights. And the Bulldogs now have a 2-point lead over the Knights, 13 to 11. Dug up by Jelena Gray. Big spike by Jade Roth, deflected off the Bulldogs out of bounds. The score is now 12 to 13. Kaylee Gerwitz is subbed out for Jordan Anderson. Softly touched over by the Bulldogs. Big spike by Grace Duncan, and that didn't make it over the net. The Bulldogs now take back their 2-point lead. Scores 14 to 12. Touched over by Alyssa Wilson. Just out of bounds. The score is now 15 to 12. Touched over by Jade Roth. The Bulldogs with a big spike here. So actually softly touched over the Knights block attempt. The score is now 16 to 12. Timeout by the Knights. The Knights have to find a way to get back on a rally. I mean, they're falling behind to the Bulldogs after going up 2-0 in the sets, and I mean, they lose this set. I mean, they can't lose 3 in a row. And if they lose 2 in a row, all the momentum's on the Bulldogs. They have to make a comeback in this set.
Always treat it from the winning team's perspective. So the first set, the final score is going to read 23-25. I'll type it for you.
Score is 12 to 16. The Bulldogs are in the lead. And that's served by the Bulldogs who went out of bounds. The score is now 16 to 13. See if the Knights can capitalize and get a rally going. Served over by Grace Duncan. Big spike here from the Bulldogs. Just in bounds. The score is 17 to 13. Softly touched over by Jelena, but blocked by the Bulldogs. Score's now 18-13 as they're starting to pull away with this one. Spiked by Jelena, just out of bounds. The score is now 19-13. Big spike by Jade Roth, blocked by the Bulldogs. The Knights managed to recover. Big spike by Jelena Gray, good dig by the Bulldogs. Another big spike by Jelena Gray. And that one they couldn't recover on. The score is now 19-14.
Kingston takes down by Burnham in a match that goes 4. The Lady Cougars lost the opening set to win the next 3. We are in the 4th. Farmington won the first 2.
Big spike by Jelena Gray, but blocked by the Bulldogs. Softly touched over by the Bulldogs. The score is now 20-14. Alyssa Capias is now subbed in for Jade Roth. Missed spike here by the Knights. The score is now 21-14. The Knights are now down by 7 again for back-to-back sets. Big spike by Jelena Gray, but dug up by the Bulldogs. As the Bulldogs now spike it, deflected by the Knights. I guess it wasn't. I guess it was out of bounds. The score is 22-14. Sorry, 21-15. And a huge play by the Knights, as they almost had a major error there that would have made it 22-15. Now it's 21-16. A diving effort by the Bulldogs, but that one got to the ground. The score is 21-17 as the Knights are forcing a comeback here, only down by 4. Big block by the Knights as they get another point. The score is 21-18. Another error by the Bulldogs. Now the Knights are only down by 2. The score is 21-19 as the Bulldogs call a timeout. The Knights have all the momentum running into the end of the set.
Proud supporter of Farmington Knights Volleyball.
Knights had all the momentum going into the last time out, but they are still down by 2. The score is 21-19 as Alyssa Wilson will serve for the Knights. The big spike just hit the corner for the Bulldogs. The score is 22-19. Softly touched over by Jelena Gray, but saved by the Bulldogs. That one's out of bounds. The score is 22-20. The Knights come back within 2 points. Served by Jelena Gray. And an error by the Bulldogs hits that one out of bounds. They're now down by 1. The score is 22-21. Bulldogs. Big spike by the Bulldogs. Diving effort by Jelena Gray. Score is now 23-21. The Knights are down by 2. And that serve by the Bulldogs hit the top of the net and dropped right down. The score is 24-21. They are 1 point away from winning the set. Jump serve by the Bulldogs. That's out of bounds. The score is 22-24. Served by Emma Gerstner. Blocked by Jade Roth, but saved by the Bulldogs. Hit back over. Big spike by Jade Roth and deflected into the bleachers by the Bulldogs. The score is 24-23. The Knights are down by 1. Emma Gerstner to serve again. Big spike by the Knights. Diving effort by Jelena Gray to save that one. Alyssa Wilson hit it over. Softly tipped over by the Bulldogs. And a big spike from Grace Duncan. And the point goes to the Bulldogs, saying that it wasn't tipped and went out of bounds. The score at the end of the set was 25-23.
Set number 5 is next.
Farmington Knights really thought that was tipped out of bounds by the Bulldogs. If they would have got that point, the score would have been 24-24.
In Missouri, sportsmanship is a high school tradition. Whether it's here in Farmington or on the road, make on the score community their students proud by displaying positive sportsmanship. Good sportsmanship and positive citizenship are vital to the development of good citizens. Farmington Arts Seventh School District Planning welcomes the challenge of being a leader in sportsmanship and in continuing a proud tradition.
Going into the final set, whoever wins this one walks away with the win. Obviously, Farmington would want to get this first win because it's their season opener. Want to start the season off with the W. Jordan Anderson to serve it for Farmington. And Cape Notre Dame will take the first point of the 5th set. Scores 1-0, Bulldogs.
2 times in the Singleton Legion became the 12-11 and decided to set it.
Softly touched over by Grace Duncan. Nearly blocked by Jade Roth. And a big spike from Alyssa Wilson. And somehow the Bulldogs recovered, but they hit it out of bounds. The score is tied at 1. As Grace Duncan will serve it for the Farmington Knights. And a big mess up by the Bulldogs, giving Farmington a little bit of momentum. Scores 2-1. Big spike by the Bulldogs, blocked by the Knights. And that block will be costly for the Bulldogs. Scores 3-1, your Farmington Knights.
Follow us on Twitter.
Softly touched over by the Bulldogs. The big spike by Jelena Gray. And spiked over by the Bulldogs. The score is now 3-2, your Knights. Big spike by Jade Roth. Didn't make it over the net. The score is now tied at 3.
We know that Kingston has prevailed over Viburnum 23-25. They dropped the first game and it's 3-21, 13-13. Tate is in action. That scores the Lady Tate.
Big spike by Jade Roth. Deflected out of bounds, but Cape Notre Dame managed to recover. Big diving effort by the Knights. And the Knights won that round. The score is 4-3. Jade Roth with the serve for the Knights.
And she's been more active in the back half of the entire match.
Blocked by the Knights and hit over by the Bulldogs. And hit over by Jelena Gray, deflected out of bounds. The Bulldogs, they did recover from that. The ball was almost in the bleachers. Spiked over by the Bulldogs, but blocked by the Farmington Knights. The score is now 5-3. Jade Roth to serve again. Diving effort by Jade Roth to save that one for the Knights. Spiked over by Jelena Gray. And that's hit out of bounds by the Bulldogs. The score is now 6-3, your Farmington Knights. The timeout called by the Bulldogs.
Yeah, like all the way in the back by the
Take it right out of this. Farmington trying to win their 8th out of the last 11 times these two have played. Farmington Masters 2011.
Score is 6-3, your Farmington Knights. And Jade Roth will serve it here after the timeout.
I haven't honestly.
Bulldogs with the spike. Diving effort by Jade Roth to save it. The big spike by Jelena Gray. The Bulldogs managed to recover. Another big spike by Jelena Gray, almost blocked by the Bulldogs. And Jade Roth is subbed out for Alyssa Capias. Score 6-4. The big spike by Jelena Gray. The score is now 7-4. And Kaylee Gerwitz is subbed in for Jordan Anderson. Served over by Alyssa Wilson. And blocked by the Knights and then deflected out of bounds by the Bulldogs. The score is now 8-4 here in the 5th set. That one was blocked out of bounds by Farmington. The score is now 8-5. Diving effort by Alyssa Capias and spiked over hard by Jelena Grace, dug up by the Bulldogs and then tapped over by the Bulldogs. Spiked by Kaylee Gerwitz. Almost blocked by Farmington Knights, but deflected. Score is now 8-6. Score is 8-7. Your Farmington Knights. So timeout is called.
8-7 in the 5th. I'll bring you our Little Caesars Pizza player of the game coming up afterwards. Our player gets a coupon for a classic original hot ready pizza from Little Caesars. Mike's probably going to tag along with you. Locations in Farmington and Deloach. Little Caesars, you can order the extra thing for pepperoni for $6.49. Extra pepperoni, extra cheese, and extra good news. If Mike's going with you, you'll have to pay for it. I said good news. Good news. There's no way you're paying for it. No. Some kind of
All right, back to playing after the timeout. It's Cape Notre Dame. We'll serve it here. Big spike by Emma Gershner. That gives Farmington a 2-point lead. Scores 9-7. Served over by Jelena Gray. And tipped over by Kaylee Gerwitz to give the Farmington Knights a 3-point lead. The score is 10-7. Served over again by Jelena Gray. Nearly blocked by the Knights, but they managed to recover. And that spike went out of bounds by the Bulldogs. The score is now 11-7. And a timeout is called by the Bulldogs. All right, coming back from the timeout, the score is 11-7. your Farmington Knights. Jelena Gray to serve after the timeout. Farmington with a huge save and Alyssa Wilson to hit it over. Deflected by the Knights. Just out of reach of Jelena Gray. The score is 11-8.
Finals across the area. Dexter beats Arcadia Valley. We will not call a St. Genevieve match this year. The Dragons are 5 again tonight.
Blocked by the Bulldogs. Farmington recovers. Saved by Alyssa Capias. And blocked by Grace Duncan. And it went out of bounds. Blocked by the Bulldogs. The Farmington Knights now have a 4-point lead. The score is 12-8. Huge save by Alyssa Capias as she is subbed out for Jade Roth. Served over by Emma Gershner. Softly touched over, diving effort by Emma Gershner to save it. Big spike by Jade Roth, but blocked. Score is now 12-9. Big spike by Jade Roth. Bulldogs turn. Diving effort by the Knights, but just out of reach. The score is now 12-10. They're now down. The Bulldogs are down by 2. Softly touched over by the Bulldogs. Softly touched over by the Knights. Big spike just out of bounds by the Bulldogs. The score is 13-10 Knights. Jordan Anderson is subbed in for Kaylee Gerwitz. And Jordan Anderson will serve it too. Hit over by the Bulldogs. Big spike by Grace Duncan, deflected. And the point goes to the Farmington Knights. The score is 14-10. Jordan Anderson to serve it again. And that was just out of bounds. Score is 14-11. Serve was inches away from giving them a 5-point lead.